Great day, sacred souls. I pray all is well with you all. It's your goddess Uni from Sacred Walks by Uni, and we are here today on Uni's Universal Talk, where we will be discussing energy. What is energy? And understanding exactly what energy is and how that is important to your survival. So, let's jump right into it. What is energy? We are going to talk about something. It is something that is invisible, but so powerful. Take those two words and keep that in your head throughout this entire video. Energy is invisible, but powerful. That explains an individual who still has not gotten a chance to know themselves yet, who has so much power within them, who feels so little and unseen. Ooh, that's deep. So again, what is energy? It's something that's invisible but powerful. Energy is what is animating me and what is animating you and what is animating this entire humanity. That is what energy is. It is the driving force behind the physical vessels, behind the physical people, behind the physical places, and behind physical things. That is what energy is. It is the animation behind, it is the force behind these vessels. Man, that is what energy is, right? So, if you see me looking down, looking at my notes, I always have my notes. So, to keep me on board, all right? So, it is the animating force in all living things, all right? So, we already established that. Now you have to understand how energy works. So now that you know that it is a force, an animation behind me and you, behind any person, place, or thing, that it is a vibration, a frequency, and it is the frequency and vibration that stands behind your thoughts, your emotions, and your intention. So energy is the animating force behind people, places, and things. Energy is the animating force behind people, places, and things. To understand energy, you have to see it as a frequency and a vibration. Remember, it is invisible. What is invisible? Okay, do you hear music or do you see music? Do you hear music or do you see music? You hear music and then you see the music notes, right? But people who cannot see music, because you have people that cannot read music, they're more in tune to hearing the music. So it's more invisible to them through eyesight, okay? So, again, if they cannot see but can hear it, again, what is it? It's invisible. They can't see it. It's a vibration. Music is a vibration. Music is a frequency. It is an invisible force. That is why music is so powerful. Again, that is why music is so powerful, because music is vibration and frequency. Energy moves. Energy moves in frequencies and vibrations. It is invisible. It moves in frequencies and vibrations. Okay? Now that you understand that it is an animating force behind people, places, and things, and that it is made up of frequency and vibrations, and that it is invisible but yet powerful, now we can talk about how this can affect your life in a good way or a bad way, yo. I like to give those pauses. I want to give yourself time to think. Let me help you understand this. You have two forces, okay, on this earth. This is what they call the yin and yang. The righteous force, this force, is what they call the prana, the most high, who we choose to call God, right? It is good. It is of light. It's good. It's good. It's loving. It's compassionate. It's good. It knows better. Listen to me. It knows better. It's of intelligence. It knows better. Then you have this force, which is an opposing force to this force. It opposes good. It opposes everything that this good force tries to do. It's who they call the devil. It's who they call Shaitan. The devil is a physical manifestation of this force, the opposing force, the force that likes to oppress. Okay? So, give you an example. So you have these two energy forces. you walk into a room that is being animated by the opposing force. If you walk into a dark room, lights off, nothing but alcohol around, people that are listening to music that displays domestic violence, death, murder, jealousy. If you sit in a room that's being animated by this force, you will go home feeling drained, tired, unsure, uneasy, and sometimes you may not even make it home. That made me think about that beautiful young lady, Kanika Jenkins. I believe that if the youth is taught this at a young age, what energy is and how to read energy and how to have discernment, they can actually save their lives. I said this in the beginning of the video. This is vital to your survival. Okay, as an individual and as a collective, as humanity. So when you leave this room, you're drained, you're tired, you don't feel well. Most cases, a lot of people, you don't feel. I remember when I used to be younger, sitting in these rooms with these people at these places, clubs, demon time places, drinking alcohol, things that bring down my spirit and my vibe, because that's a vibration lower. That's why it's a depression setter. Okay, alcohol is a depression setter because it's it brings down your vibration. It's not a vibration lifter. Now, when you leave this room, you done for. You're tired. You don't feel like yourself. You're possessed. Now, hands down, you go into this room, you step into this room, this uplifting room, this room filled with joy, happiness, lights on, music that speaks love, music that speaks respect, music that speaks inspiration. You will go home feeling inspired. You will go home feeling motivated. You will go home feeling loved. You will go home feeling enough. You will go home feeling that you know that you are enough. You will feel safe. Joyful room versus draining room. Heavy, anxious room. Anxiety, depression. Peace, clarity. All right, stay with me. All right, opposing force, authentic force. Most high, devil. Draining room, joyful room. Heaven, hell. Stay with me. Why energy matters for your survival and for humanity's survival. Energy matters for our survival. Because, again, I told you, energy animates. It's the animation behind someone. So if a person's energy is not good, if a person's vibrations and frequency is low, then that person may just kill you or steal from you, cheat on you, and beat you. It matters for your survival. Understanding that's why understanding energy matters for your survival. If you don't know what's animating that person, if you don't know that there's something behind that person that's literally possessing them to do what they're doing, that will keep you in and on a hamster wheel of trying to discover or stay hopeful for a vessel to change when they're not changing their energetic field. Hot diggity dog. Hot diggity dog, I said it. If you don't understand that that vessel has an energy field before a physical field, may not be able to save your life, nor a loved one's life. Okay, so energy shapes the collective consciousness. Energy shapes humanity. It shapes humanity through its mental consciousness, collective consciousness. Plug in, plug out. What they call the matrix, right? The opposing force has many, 80%, 90% of humanity still plugged into the matrix. The matrix, old society, old programming, marriage before a certain age, marriage in totality, marriage over individualism. Y'all, there's something wrong with that. This is a program that was created to destroy you as an individual and as a collective from an opposing force that does not love themselves nor the authentic force that created this force, authentically created this force. Now, it is the collective humanity, and whether you look at it as an individual thing or collective thing, Many are being controlled by fear. The masses are being controlled by fear versus peace. Okay? How are they being controlled by fear? Let's talk about energetic tools, because we're talking about energy. When I say energetic tools, I'm talking about tarot cards. That's an energetic tool. Crystals, an energetic tool. Incense, energetic tool. Palo Santo, sage, energetic tool. This phone is an energetic tool. The news is an energetic tool. The radio is an energetic tool. The TV is an energetic tool. Any type of electronic technology device is an energetic tool, because it is a tool where energy can flow through to transfer a message for you to receive. That's just science. That's how it's broken down. I am an energetic tool. Somebody hit me on the head. Ding! I am an energetic tool, y'all. You're an energetic tool. You're being used. You're either being used by the righteous energy, who we call God, or you're being used by the devil himself, the opposing energy, Shaitan, Lucifer, the morning star, Helios, Zeus, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, the Greek gods. Let's listen to me. The Egyptian gods. Listen to me. An authentic God, the supreme being, don't need validation, but the fake God needs validation, needs to be seen. Statues. You're an energetic tool. Statues is an energetic tool. So we're talking about energetic tools. How do they control the mass with fear? Through energetic tools, through the TV, through news, through the radio. They lie. Through manipulation. Fear. Every time I say I'm going out of town on my vacation, which I don't tell people no more, because this is why I don't say nothing to nobody no more, because again, here comes their fear and their trauma loops. Oh, this is what's going on in the world. They're fighting over there. You shouldn't go. Meanwhile, they're fighting right here in America. Meanwhile, they're fighting right here in America. They're telling you not to go and lay your head nowhere else on your part of the earth that is your rightful birthplace. So fear, news, TV. How are they doing this? But how can we move the mass from fear into peace? Through stations like this, channels like this. So please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. Subscribe, like, and share, because if you do not subscribe, YouTube will not push this out. If you do not like this video, YouTube will not find a need to share it, right? And if you don't share it, it's not going to where it needs to get to. And that is to humanity, y'all. This to the collective that hears the calling and wants to answer that part. We need to move towards peace versus fear. That is how energy shapes individuals and the collective, through fear or peace. All right? So, when they say the end of times, that there's going to be a battle between the good and evil, between God and the devil, it's happening right now. Let me take a sip of my smoothie. It's happening right now. We're in the end days. It's happening right now. Good versus evil. Devil versus the Most High. The Most High would never lose, though. We move with sacredness, patience. The Most High would never lose. We're the hair. We move with due diligence. This clown, these clowns over here, they move with haste. They losing. Now, with that being said, when an energy is misaligned from the righteous energy, which is our natural, authentic selves, y'all, this is our authentic energy. Goodness, peace, clarity. When an energy becomes misaligned from this, right, it becomes off balance, because we do need both. It becomes off balance. When this becomes misaligned, meaning it's straight darkness and loses its light, because the light, the balanced ones, we'll talk about that in another video. We're going to talk about fake light. That's another video. When the dark ones lose all of their light and they become misaligned, and the light is so deep, right? Gasping for air, you can tell. Because they create chaos. They create division. They breed division. They breed chaos. They breed confusion. Listen to me. I said breed. Breed. They birth. They create. they breed and create chaos, confusion, and division. What else does that? Religion, legion, mass, congregation, legion, demons, hell. Demons congregate. Religion, divide. They breed chaos, confusion. Religion breeds confusion. It breeds division. I'm going to tell you why. Because every religion speaks the same message, but distorts. A person of high intelligence is not going to be within a religion. A person with real common sense, God sense, which is not common anymore, is not going to be a part of a religion. Because we know that the number one message that all religions are preaching is the same. So when you know that, you'll remove yourself because now you know better. Okay? So the animator, the energy, okay, who animates religion? Who is the energy behind religion? The opposing force. Okay, let's move it. When the energy, this force becomes misaligned from this force, again, it creates division, chaos. Let me give you an example. On my retreat, I love giving the examples from my retreats because this is why I do the retreats, because I am a psychologist observing, right? Whether I'm still a student or not, it doesn't matter. These are terms. Whether I choose to get certified with all this stuff within the system, these are all choices, right? But I got the knowledge, which still makes me certified. So let me explain something to you. I love studying humanity. When I was on my retreat, we had 8 participants, okay? 7 out of the 8 participants were more aligned to source. They came there to do the work. They hear the calling, they see something wrong, and they truly want to find the answers. They really want to put in this work, right? Then you had 1 out of the 8. Look at that number 7 that was aligned to source. 7. Then you had that number 1. That 1 that was misaligned from source, because that 1 participant stopped coming. I think she only came to 2 workshops. She stopped coming to all of the workshops. She stopped coming to the community yoga. And then when it was time to give the review on the retreat, she came back and she said something. She said, I don't feel the retreat was deep enough for me. I knew instantly that in this situation I was not going to defend myself, because I was not in the defense. I'm gonna tell you why I didn't feel offended. I didn't feel like I had to defend myself. And let me explain why. I'm not going to argue with a demon, because she was already creating chaos and a breeding ground for confusion. How can you speak on anything being deep when you didn't show up for the work? If you didn't show up for the workshops, how can you give a review on the depth of the workshops? How can you give a review on the depth of the knowledge that was given to you if you did not receive it? So no, I didn't feel offended by it. I didn't feel like offended by it. I didn't feel like I had to defend myself, because I knew that the other 7 participants, they came to every single workshop, and the reviews that they gave back were true and authentic. This misaligned being was truly on demon time, only came there to create confusion, division, came there to mask itself as a chosen one, came there to battle with the facilitator. There's something wrong with that. So that's ego, right? Which is another video. So this misaligned energy, totally off from everybody else's energy, source energy, tried to create a division, but source was too strong in that place. That was actually source's place, so it could not succeed. So that was an example. Okay, so energy disasters. What does an energy disaster manifest into? What is a manifestation of an energy disaster? Energy disasters, when I talk about people's Because people are energy. Again, people's thoughts, feelings, emotions, fears, on a conscious level, what is it manifesting into? Because most people are depressed, angry, violent, and anxiety ridden. It's manifesting into storms, catastrophic events, hurricanes, tornadoes, mass fires. These are the end of times, end of days. And when Prophet Muhammad said that there would be no peace, child would be against mother, mother would be against child, kids would be against parents, parents against fatherless households. Oh, yeah, we're here. It is the energy. It is the vibrations that is causing this manifestation, because 80% of humanity is vibrating low versus high. So, spiritual, emotional fallout when people ignore this force. When you ignore the authentic force, your life will blow up in your face every single time. I live life. I lived it. I'm continuously living it. This is experience. In my life, when I continued to not do the work, and when I chose to not do the work, and when I chose to not connect to my authentic self, my life was blowing up in my face. My health, my finances, my mentality, keeping up with the Joneses, pleasing everybody, people pleaser, not setting any boundaries. Life blew up in my face. But as soon as I came back over here to the Most High and I connected, I chose to sit down with myself to see what it is exactly that's keeping me from my truth. Keeping me from feeling good about myself. That part. Keep me from feeling good. What is it? What is this thing that's keeping me from feeling good about myself? It was the low vibrations. It was the food. It was the people that I continuously be around. I don't care to be around these people. The places I chose to go to. You have to understand that it is energy animating a person, a place, and a thing. When you grasp that understanding, you can save your life, and you can help others save their lives. You can help save a loved one, a friend. You can see them in a situation that they can't see themselves out of. But if you can observe it, if you can see it for what it truly is, you can see the energetic field behind the person, the physical person, you can know exactly what's going on. Now, reading energy and intuition. Reading energy and intuition. How do you tune in? How do you read energy? How do you know when something is good? How do you know when a person is good or bad? How do you know when a place that you just walked into is a good place, a bad place? How do you know that... I'm going to scoot over here and grab my daughter's baby doll. How do I know that this baby doll that was given to my daughter from a mutual peer is a good... When we step into a place... You walk into a place that is not good, your spirit is automatically, your energy is a field of vibrations and frequencies. Your frequencies and vibrations is going to pick up on that, and they're going to read. They're going to send signals throughout your body. What is one of the signals? Tingles. When people say the hair stood up on the back of my neck, or I had this tingle, these tingles alongside my spine, or I had this gut feeling. I had this, my stomach felt uneasy. That feeling when you're on a roller coaster and you're going up for the first time and down for that first time, right? The uneasiness, your body, your endocrine system is going to release that fight or flight or freeze signal. And what I am finding out in today's world, that most people, especially the youth and women, instead of choosing to fight or flee, they're choosing to freeze. Meaning they are choosing to stay. Meaning that they're so scared that they're choosing to just stay put for the fear of their lives versus fighting back or leaving the situation, which is the worst thing you can do for you. When your body is telling you something, listen to it. That is your intuition, and that is your discernment. That is your body, your spirit telling you that that energy field is not aligned with your energy field, which is source energy. It will tell you. When you walk into an energetic space that is good, your spirit would instantly tell you that. Because there's a guard that's going to come down. There's a relaxation that's going to happen. There's a certain type of peace that's going to come over you. You will feel that. Again, peace ain't there if your stomach is feeling uneasy. That's how you discern it. If you walk into a place and your stomach feels uneasy, you don't feel like yourself, you feel outside of your body, leave instantly. Leave instantly. That's emotional feedback. Gut feelings, synchronicities. Leave instantly. How to tune in. Tune into your body. Become consciously aware of what your body is telling you through your energy, because you are energy. Spirit. You got to go back to spirit. You're not physical. Leave Shaitan's world and come back to spirit. And then you find a balance in between. Now listen to this. How can you become stronger in learning energy? How can you become stronger in your energy field and knowing your energy? How can you become stronger in intuition and discernment? By grounding yourself. Becoming a little bit more silent, y'all. Solitude. Every weekend don't have to be a club out with your friends. Every weekend don't have to be a family outing. Every weekend don't have to be you and your kids. Listen, balance. Finding time for yourself as an individual. Every individual down to a child has to have that connection to spirit, to the Most High. Energy is an invisible force, but powerful. And it's your choice whether you want to be invisible or not. Ooh. Grounding. That's coming back to yourself, sitting with yourself, getting quiet with yourself, cutting the TV off. Meditating, learning meditation. How can you learn meditation? www.sacredwalksbyuni.com. I am a master at meditation. Check all the links underneath this video. Subscribe. Again, subscribe. So other people can get this video. Like it. So others can get this. So YouTube can feel a need to share it. Share it. So you can be sharing before YouTube shares it. Videos like this could save lives. Like people like Kanika Jenkins, Romika, rest in peace Romika, who just lost her life this past week to a senseless, narcissistic triangulation. I'm going to use the correct terms for it. But it could save our lives. Meditation, yoga, cleansing yourself, balneotherapy. You want to learn more about balneotherapy, these modalities? Read the blogs on my websites. Google it. Research it. Cleansing your space. Cleansing your space. What is your space? People, places, and things. Your space is still an energetic field. How is your energy in your home? Do you have animals all throughout your home? And animals carry all sorts of different types of vibrations and frequencies, whether they're low or high. What kind of foods are you eating that's affecting your frequency and vibrations? That's going to keep you low or high. Because depression is in foods. Anxiety is in foods as well. Depression, anxiety is in music. What music are you listening to? What are you watching? What are you feeding your vessel? What are you feeding your vessel? What are you feeding your energetic field? Because again, your energy, your spirit before anything else. You're just, listen, and that's why you have so many people say that you are God in walking form. The prophets are gods in walking forms. Yes, the Gnostic I'm a Gnostic teachings, right? I'm a god. I'm a goddess. I know that God is animating through me. He's having a human experience through me. So I'm being animated through. We're all expressions of the authentic force or the opposing force. So you had children of God, you got children of the devil. I said it. You want to rumble? You want to rumble? You want to rumble? Let's go. Show ass knocked out. All right, moving right along. So you got to become one with yourself. You got to stop playing with yourself. You got to become more spiritually in tune, more intelligent, more inclined with yourself. How? Sitting with yourself. Sitting with yourself. Becoming a lone wolf. Learning meditation. Learning healing practices. Healing the trauma. Going to get massages. Clearing the fascia. You're a computer. Clearing your computer out. Getting rid of old systems out of your computer. Rebooting and bringing in new intelligent wiring. You have to re-engineer yourself. That is how you learn how to become a better reader with energy. So, techniques. Using energy plus discernment to protect and manifest. Like I said in the beginning of this video, you are already manifesting. Whether you're manifesting consciously or unconsciously. As soon as you came out of your mother's womb, you were manifesting. A child in this society will manifest a better world by itself without no parents. The parents are just involved because we're here to teach each other lessons. A child without no parents, a child that came out of a womb to earth, and if God put that child in a position to where it had nothing, no society, no parents, it will manifest something beautiful because it doesn't have any bodies. Trauma loops are fears creating confusion within their manifestation, within their energetic field. I said it. Listen to what I just said. Energy shapes and creates and influences. The influence of a child can shape and create a world, whether it is negative or positive. That is why energy is important. The understanding of energy is important and why the youth is important. Now, shielding, grounding, intention setting, cleansing your energy field, meditation, yoga, balneotherapy. Balneotherapy is a salt bath. Alright? Why it was used in ancient times throughout all intelligent civilizations was for purpose. Salt cleans. It cleans. It's a cleanser. It recalibrates the mind, body, and soul. Your cells. It recalibrates your cells, your DNA. So, manifestation, aligning energy plus intention plus choice. You gotta choose. You gotta choose better. You gotta choose higher. You gotta choose places that are vibrating higher. You gotta choose people who are choosing to vibrate higher. You have to choose things, food that vibrate at a higher frequency. You have to choose music, things, different things, you know, different creative expressions. We're not, Spirit is talking to me right now, but we have to choose, okay? Discernment, intuition. This is willpower. This is all choice. It's choosing. Discernment is choosing environments. It's choosing relationships. Thoughts that uplift, saying no when the energy feels off. Discernment is when you walk into a space. Discernment is when you walk into a space and you scan the area. As an empath, that's all I do. So I walk into an area, I'm scanning. If I don't feel right, if I feel out of body, I don't feel like myself, I don't feel like this is somewhere where that, if it doesn't make me feel good, I'm leaving. And if I came with people and I tell them I'm leaving, if I don't feel comfortable and they choose to stay, they can choose to stay. I'm out. You understand what I'm telling you? Discernment. Being able to discern whether you should leave that environment or not. Discernment. Can you discern whether you should stay in that relationship or not? If this man hits you once, he'll hit you again. If this woman stabbed you once, she'll stab you again. Okay? If this man cheat on you one time, he'll do it. He's already doing it. He'll do it again. If this woman constantly opens her legs to other people, she'll do it again. Listen to me. You have to be able to discern when to stay in a relationship and when to leave a relationship. How can you discern that? Through a person's actions. That's a little secret that I've learned from 40 years living on this earth. 40 years living on this earth, I'm going by actions. You can tell me something all day long, but if your actions are not behind those words, I'm not listening to you. Actions. If a person says, I'm not going to hit you no more, and they constantly hit you, you gotta leave. If a person says they love you, but they constantly cheat on you and constantly financially abuse you, you gotta leave because their actions is not matching up with their word. That's energy. And how are they animating? What's being animated? Right? How is their animation? Their film? Oh, that's deep. Their cartoon. How is their cartoon being perceived? Sweetheart? Sir? Okay? So, discernment. Choosing environments, relationships, thoughts that uplift versus abuse. Okay? Saying no when the energy feels off, guys. Say no. Leave when you want to leave. If you don't want to do it, don't do it. I'm talking to the kids right now. If anything, I'm talking to the youth right now. And I hope this video reaches many youth. Please subscribe, share, and like. Leave the situation. If you feel uneasy, stomach feel off, feel like you're on a roller coaster, walk away. It means your endocrine system is off. That means starting to sweat. It means that means the frequencies and the vibrations in there are no good. The intention behind those vessels are no good. Oh, Discernment. Google it. Okay? So, energy is not optional. It's not optional because you are energy. For example, on my intake sheet for my massage clients, when they walk into the wellness center, one of the questions is, are you comfortable with energy work? Most say yes, but you got some that say no. Well, whether they realize it or not, they don't get an option. I just put that on there. I want to see where they are with their spirituality. They don't get an option because I'm energy before a physical body. They're getting energy work as soon as I place my hands on them. So be careful who you go get a massage from. Be careful who you go learn yoga and meditation from. Be careful who you choose to congregate with. Because energy is not an option. It's not an option. You don't get to choose. You don't get to choose whether you want to deal with energy. You are energy, and energy is 24/7. So with that being said, if it's not an option, that means it's your survival. If it's not an option, it's your survival. To survive a lifetime, to survive a life, to survive, period, you have to understand who you are, and you are energy. You have to understand what energy is. Energy is the animating force behind you, and it is invisible, and it speaks through frequencies and vibration. Intuition, which is your body signal, and discernment, how to read those body signals, can save your peace and your path, and total your destiny. If you feel this, type I see energy. If you resonate with this, type I am energy. And if you are 80s baby, go ahead and type in those comments, I am an energy. Because you know we used to go around saying, what's up G? 80s babies, what up G? I'm an energy. Go ahead and type that in there. But if you're just feeling this, go ahead and like it. Give it a thumbs up. Share it please. Subscribe so you can get more beautiful videos. And more people like us, the chosen ones who hear the calling, that's actually willing to put in the work, they can get to it. Alright, thank you for tuning in, y'all. This was a blessing. I always look forward to the videos. I always look forward to tuning in with my community. I love you guys. May your energy protect you. That's what I want to leave you with. I wrote down something out of a meditation. I said, may your energy protect you, guide you, and lift you. We move forward together. Namaste, salams, and again, just like Star Wars. May your energy protect you. May your energy uplift you. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. It's your goddess Uni. Peace, peace.